there.
If you're wondering why Maduro is being sent here to face trial, it's because there was already an existing US federal indictment filed against him back in March 2020, and that's being enforced and expanded. The original indictment charged Maduro and other Venezuelan officials with narco-terrorism conspiracy. The Southern District of New York often handles major international criminal cases, and this indictment charges Maduro and his associates with allegedly running a drug trafficking network known as the Cartel de los Soles. Typically, under international law, a sitting head of state would have immunity from criminal prosecution, but the US doesn't recognise Maduro as Venezuela's legitimate president. You will remember perhaps that Trump recently issued a full pardon to the former president of Honduras, who'd been convicted in federal court here in New York on drug smuggling charges. The irony of this won't be lost on many of the ambassadors in the UN Security Council when it meets for an emergency session on Venezuela on Monday morning. They'll be sure to point out the illegality of Trump's actions in Venezuela under the UN Charter, which makes it a crime to threaten war and a crime to wage war, except in defence or by UN authorisation, which the US didn't have. The US will argue that Maduro's alleged involvement in the drug trade makes this legitimate. Well, the UN Secretary General has said that he's deeply alarmed by US military action in Venezuela and says it is a dangerous precedent, setting a dangerous precedent. Maduro is expected to be arraigned in federal court here in New York as early as Monday. New York's new mayor, Zohran Mamdani, has condemned Trump's actions, saying that unilaterally attacking a sovereign nation is an act of war and a violation of both federal and international